Guys, with this lecture, what I'm going to talk, not lecture, I'm going to talk to you about your final course project, which is a moot court case assignment. I want to go ahead and give you it now so you'll have a good 3 weeks to get it done. Okay, this is basically an assignment that's a final project that's due the last Sunday of class. So things you're going to need for this, just so you can kind of see. Under course assignments, right here is and I'll open this up in a second. Here's the moot court assignment. Here's the moot court cases to choose from. And then down here is a form you need that this is where you'll do the work at. So we'll go through all of these. So let's look at the moot court case assignment. So basically you're going to pick a hypothetical case out of the list of cases that I give you, which I'll show you in a second. You're going to research your case. You're going to use materials from the lectures that we've had, and you're going to complete a Google form outlining your case. So you're going to have to pick to either be the plaintiff or the defendant in a case. You don't have to do both, just one or the other. And so you're going to have to determine things like the causes for the action in the lawsuit. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to represent yourself. You can do this through a video presentation if you want to, in conjunction with your Google form, if you think it helps you, but it's not necessarily. So it's kind of up to you. So this is kind of what goes into this court case, or this moot court case. So you're going to have an opening and closing argument. So you're literally going to write out what would be your opening and your closing argument. And I talk about what's included in there. Okay. You're going to provide a list of witnesses. Okay. And you're going to have to basically say why you would need those witnesses. Okay. Basically a justification for them. You're going to have to find at least 4 other existing court cases that can support your position. Okay, so you're going to have to go back and search through things, and I can help you with that if you need a little bit of help, but I want you to try to do it yourself. You need to provide real-world information that can support your case. Okay, this could be law, this could be policy you found, and then obviously you need to come up with your presentation. And so I'm going to essentially provide a ruling on how I think you did. And that's part of your grade. So you can kind of see this is how the grade breaks out for it. Just doing what you're supposed to do is 35%. The quality and the creativity of your argument, your questions, that's 30%. Application of what you've done in the course and outside research is 20. And then my finding on how you did is 15. Okay. So if I find against you, the best you can have is an 85. Okay. So let's look at the court cases. So right here are the moot court cases. You only have to pick one. There's a case for every single thing we've covered. Okay, so here's one for tort law. Here's one for contract law. Here's another one for contract law. Here's one for gender law. Okay, here's one for intellectual property law. We haven't got to labor law, but there'll be one for labor law. Okay, and so you only have to pick one of these in order to do. Okay, and you decide which one you think you could argue the best, and understand you only have to argue one side of the deal. Now, like I said, you can do I would encourage you to do the video in addition to the Google form. It's not required, but the video will add it'll add to your. I'll basically be able to see your intensity, see your feelings in it. So this is the moot court case project. So you can kind of see how it goes. You give your name, you give the full name of the case that you're doing. You click next. Okay, here you go. Write an opening and closing statements, including your cause of action if you're the plaintiff, or primary defense if you're the defendant, and it tells you what to do and it tells you where to put it at. Okay, and you go to next. You got your witness 1. Who is that witness? And then your questions for that witness and your justification for having that witness. Okay, it goes all the way down to as many as you need. Okay, It tells you that you have to have a minimum of 4. I think is what it says. You can read the instructions. Then it goes down. You click next. It goes to case precedent. Okay, so these are the cases that you're using to as your law or your rulings to justify what you're doing, and then an overview of what that case talks about. Okay, and then your supporting documents, your real world support for the case. This would be law, policy that you found. So guys, this is going to take a little bit of time. I mean, the cases are really, really short, but you're going to have to do a lot of thinking and research to this. So I would not wait until week 8 to do this. I would start kind of thinking about it and go ahead and start doing some work. So anyway, I wanted to give you a heads up on kind of how this worked. Let me know if you guys have questions.